Welcome back, everybody, to the JR Wisdom channel. Peace be upon you all. This evening, I'm going to be talking about the matter of the woman patriarch of the family or the relationship. Now, I guess you're probably like, what are you talking about? How can a woman be a patriarch? Shouldn't a woman be a matriarch, so to speak? Well, this video is not intended for everyone or to be directed towards all women. It's just particular the group of women who want to be the patriarch of the family, or who want to wear the pants of the family, so to speak, or want to be the head of household even though there is a man that they're in a relationship or that they're actually married to, and they're still trying to fill that role of the man, so to speak. And just thinking about where exactly did this originate, and we always tend to go back to the 60s and the women's liberation movement, and when the man was separated from as the patriarch from the family, so to speak, and women were left either as single mothers or just left to raise the family, the children and everyone else. So she was essentially the patriarch and the matriarch of the family, so to speak. And it becomes an issue, I guess, for a lot of women who have lived a certain way where they have been the provider, the single parent for the family, and they become accustomed to being the mother and the father of the family. Or they've just been single so long that to when a man does come into their lives to fulfill that role, then is kind of met with opposition, so to speak, and they don't really know how to react, or they just haven't, even if they don't have kids, they just haven't been in that arena, so to speak, or even seen it to where they don't know how to react with a man being lead or charge, or as far as coming together as a team. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything against feminism, so to speak. It's all about, I believe everybody has to have equal rights, men and women, equal rights. But as far as that goes, you're equal but different. Man and woman are equal, but they're different. Now, what do I mean by different? Well, there's certain things that a man can do that a woman can't do, and vice versa. Even though people will say, well, I can do everything that a woman can do, or I can do everything that a man can do. We just need to cut all that out and just forget that, because that's not true. When it comes to a family, there's based on how you're raised, there's certain things that's understood, so to speak, or you need to have an understanding of. Generally, men are the protectors of the family. Men are protectors of women. We have what I say, in other countries, not so much the United States. It's with this whole liberation thing, feminism and women's rights. Obviously, in the past, women were oppressed, so they weren't really equal. And as far as the protection goes, it wasn't always there. Men tend to dominate the family, so to speak. So men have been the protectors, and they always should be the protectors. But the bottom line is, women are the backbone of the family. But the man is the head of the household. He's the provider, and he's the sustainer of the family at the end of the day, traditionally. But I guess we have this whole thing as far as throwing tradition out the window, and some women will look at it as, well, the woman needs to be the provider of the family. But as far as I see it, when a woman becomes the provider of the family and the man is just kicking back, that woman will no longer respect that man, so to speak. There'll be no respect for that man, and it's not like that vice versa, because it's understood that the man generally is the provider, so to speak. But you have some women now saying that a man can't tell me what to do. A man can't tell me anything. And if a man does try to tell you anything, even though you're in a relationship, it's considered controlling, so to speak. which is weird, just by a man trying, attempting to tell you something, that's in the best interest of the family or that's in the best interest of the relationship. It's met with, opposition, as I said before. And you have some women who say, I need a real man to handle me, or you can't handle me. Handle you? Are you a horse? Are you a beast? I mean, what is this? If you have an attitude like a man can't handle me, what is there to handle? It's either this or y'all don't need to be together at the end of the day. Men, a typical man is out to sustain the family. He's looking at the long term in these cases. He's out to protect the family, to do what's in the best interest of the family. And some of these women are out for the aesthetics, the temporary, the butter, so to speak, instead of the guns, the butter. They're just, it's about keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak, as opposed to sustaining the long term for the family, future planning, and things of that nature. Men are planning for the long term and family security. These women like this are often impulsive, and as women are emotional creatures, they are emotional. A man is out to take care of the family in that aspect, is out to oversee and make sure everything is secure, is out to be practical as far as how the household should be ran. So if there's opposition with this, usually with these women, there's either someone in her ear, or she grew up watching her mother be in this position of being the patriarch, or dealing with a soft man, so to speak, a simp, dealing with this type of guy. I'll give you an example, right? I had a brother-in-law, alleged brother-in-law, right? His wife, who was my pseudo sister, whatever you want to call it. I got in an argument with him. She just did whatever she wanted. She could talk to him however. She would go out to the club, go out and party and all this stuff like that. So I had an issue and I called him up one time. He picks up the phone and he's giving me lip on the phone, and he's like, "Man, you need to let your wife go out. Women deserve to go out and party. Da 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 da. You see, I let my wife go out and party all the time." And the thing is, she was cheating on him anyway. She was playing him, right? She was cheating on him. So you need to let her go out. I just look at it like this: if there's a man out there who can take my wife from me, I guess he just has to go ahead and take her. All I know is that I did my best at the end of the day. So I'm listening to this fool talking on the phone, and I'm just like, wow, this is your wife, but she's just out doing whatever she wants. She comes and goes as she pleases, and you have no problem with that as far as this being your wife. And there's all types of arguments that you would get into, or you would follow her because of the things she was doing. She was cheating on you. She had a man on the side anyway. But she felt that she was the patriarch. She was running that family, and he was just some idiot just paying the bills. So, needless to say, that family ended up destroying and coming to an end because he didn't have a backbone, so to speak, and basically there was no structure. So my thing is, if you have that desire where you want to be the patriarch, you want to run the family, you either, one, you need to get a new man, or you need to just get a new relationship altogether. Or you don't need to be in a relationship if that's the case, because either the man you're dealing with is just not to the point, up to par of being the patriarch, or you just don't need to be in a relationship as far as that goes. My opinion, so. But that's what I see becoming more and more prevalent in society now. And I just think it's, as much as you can say times are changing, hey, times are changing, but we're seeing a whole lot lot more problems and issues popping up in the community with these things that are going on, you know. So that's all I have to say about that. Like I said, my opinion. Feel free to comment. I want to hear your comments on that. You know, call me a chauvinist, whatever you want to call it. You know, we are equal but different at the end of the day. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know, follow me on social media. That's in the links as well. Check out my books on Amazon. And please feel free to donate to the Well of Wisdom. I got the link on there also. So check that out, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace. And remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted.